He's flopping on picks. He's flopping coming off screens. He's flopping when somebody bumps into him on a drive. He's flopping for charges. I think he's the complete package. It was some of the best flopping I've seen.
For a lot of NBA fans who play basketball.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, you guys in the member section sent me over this video to check out. This is from Uncut Hoops, and this is titled, "The NBA Has a Flopper Problem." And yeah, I'll talk about this for a little while, because this is one of those like immediate issues that needs to be addressed. And hopefully, because now we also have like coaches calling us out, and you know, I guess we don't really have the mainstream media doing it yet, but we have all of us, whatever you want to call us, new age media on YouTube and whatnot. We're all calling it out. So if we got the coaches, some coaches, and us, and hopefully the mainstream media will jump on board, maybe we can actually address this issue once and for all this year. And I'd really like it to be that way, because it's hit a point of no return where the entire game is completely compromised by just nobody understanding what the rules are. And the thing is people, we do understand what the rules are. However, we don't understand why the game is being officiated the way it is, and that is the biggest frustration. It's a frustration for us fans. It's got to be crazy frustrating as a player and as a coach to just try and navigate this whole thing. So, anyways, that's why I wanted I agreed to do this, because yes, I'm going to beat a dead horse with this one. We need some consistency in the calls. We at least need explanations to some of these ridiculous calls. You know, when somebody does a push off offensively and they end up getting 2 free throws, we need an explanation. Why was that considered a defensive foul when the defender just stood there and got hit? I would love some explanations. So anyways, let's get some attention to this, guys. The original video from Uncut Hoops is going to be down below in the description, as always. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out channel members. Been saving my butt. December ended with like 1,000 copyright claims. It was the craziest thing. It was like right after Christmas, bang, 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 bang. I'm talking dozens of copyright claims came in. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot. And without further ado, let's do this. Like the vid if you could. Hit that hype button if you could to amplify the message. And let's go.
I think if any coach, any player, what we ask for is consistency.
And guys are just like, soon as they feel that kind of, you know, like.
Ironic.
Yeah, you do it too. You're just as guilty.
Steph Curry is 100% of the time, which is easier said than done. As screen James. He takes it around Champagny, and he's fouled.
Oh, come on.
That's terrible.
It is terrible.
Loads up.
First of all.
Shot clock at 2. Down goes.
Whoa.
Loads up.
Oh, he got hit. I mean, am I tripping? Let's see. Because you can't push a guy in the back.
Shot.
He kind of did. Okay. That one, I'm not sure.
Clock at 2. Down goes Doncic.
It's pretty soft, but it's soft like Charmin, but
Whistle, very late whistle.
yeah.
Our coaching staff and us players, we don't work on flopping.
Pritchard looking for Tatum.
Oh, come on.
James goes inside, layup won't go. Rebound, Vanderbilt's up together.
Where does he think he got hit on that? Let's see. Oh, dude. There was a push off to like his body, and he's acting like he got punched in the face. Like, what the heck is that? That was the worst arrow ever.
Goes past James, goes inside, layup won't go. Rebound,
Get up,
Vanderbilt's
LeBron.
up to get it.
Oh.
Deflected by James. And an offensive foul.
We don't.
That's the worst.
It's not even a part of our game. Our game.
Yeah, see this one, like, give us an explanation. Hold on. Let's watch it one more time. I know you've all seen this before.
Inside, layup won't go. Rebound, Vanderbilt's up together.
All right. You're going to see LeBron. Okay. He's going to push Jokic, which is a defensive foul. And then he's going to go flying. Watch. Pushing.
Deflected by James.
I want an explanation for that. Like, from the NBA. I want an explanation for that and so many plays just like that. Just do it. Really what I want to hear is the NBA admit, okay, That was a bad call. We messed that one up. That's all I want to hear.
An offensive foul.
We don't. That's not even a part of our game. Our game is to attack the paint. We don't mind physical contact.
What are you attacking them with? Freaking toilet paper?
You serious, Clark?
Good, great movie.
When it comes to the past year of NBA basketball, one thing fans, coaches, and players can agree on is a big-time problem with how the game's officiated and what offensive players can get away with on the defensive player. And we're at the point now where a guy scores 40, 50, and 60 points. To a degree, it still is impressive, but compared to the rest of NBA history, it's very, very hard to contextualize and put into proper perspective.
Yeah.
I look at the modern NBA.
Especially if someone's getting like 20, 22, 23 free throws per game just on their own.
Guys scoring 40, 50 points happens routinely, and teams scoring 140, 150 happens every single night.
Hey, look, they're going to go score this ball. They're not going to pull this back out. They're going for it. But for this young team to accomplish that, it's a big deal.
Sends the ball. How about 150?
Okongwu. Jalen trying to get a look. Does. That's it. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've been talking about this too. Ooh, Star Wars. Sorry, I am caffeined up today. So I'm amped up right now. What the hell are we talking about? Yeah. Okay, 30 points a game when it used to be like 90 points for a team total for a game was a big deal. That means one guy out of like 15 guys is scoring 33% of the points for the team. That's massive, okay? But now if you score 30 points, but we're scoring 150, that is just 1/5 of the scoring for the team, which is still good. Don't get me wrong. That's probably your high scorer, but it ain't the same thing. You can't say like, oh, you carried your team if you scored 1/5 of the points. You know what I mean? So it's different. Nowadays, you got to put up like 45 or 50 to be able to say that, because then you are officially scoring 1/3 of the points.
I can't watch anymore.
Yeah, me either, bro.
We're at the point now in 2026 where even the biggest defenders in the modern NBA have to look around and say, you know, these players are really, really good, really talented, but the stats and numbers they're putting up are definitely juiced. And look at the month of December. In total so far, 12 different teams have cracked 140 points in any given game. In past eras, if a team scored 140 points, it was a monumental deal to be highlighted for at least a week. Nowadays, it comes and goes, and nobody really cares. And to hammer that point home, look at this stat right here. When it comes to the most 130-point games in a season by teams, here's the records post-NBA merger.
Wow.
The record holder, 2024, where 283 teams scored at least 130 points in any given game. 2025, 269, 2023, 266, 2022, 184, and 2021, 177.
Man, I can still remember back in like 2005, it was such a huge deal that the run and gun Suns were putting up 120 often. And that wasn't even the average. The average was below it, but every other game, we'd put up 120. And I remember because if we were on pace to score 30 points every quarter, we won 99% of those games. But now look at it. It's gotten crazy. 120 is nothing anymore.
Looking at that list right there, what stands out? All those years come the 2020s. That right there is not a coincidence. And for some context, look at 1997. That year in the NBA, 8 teams total cracked 130 points.
Crazy.
99, it was 2, and in 01, it was only 1.
Yeah.
Right now in the past week alone, we had more teams score 130 points than those 3 years combined.
That's stupid.
I was running some numbers on the offensive rating, which we realized that rising tides raise all boats. We've been having this, people have been falling for this every single year. It's like, well, do you realize this is the greatest offense in history? I'm like, do you realize it's happened like 5 straight years, whoever was the best offense? Where do you think the 17 Warriors would rank offensively in today's league? So their offensive numbers per 100 possessions, where do you think that would rank in the league today?
1.
Nope.
14th.
Damn.
Yeah, I was thinking around 10 or something. Yeah.
For the NBA scoring boom in the 2020s, it's 100% manufactured by Adam Silver. The rules...
And he's right. It's... Why is the scoring up? Because the refs won't allow anybody to play defense. No matter what, even if they're just standing there and they get hit, as a defender, you're still getting a defensive call no matter what. There's no offensive fouls anymore. There's no traveling anymore. There's no palming the ball. There's none of this stuff that used to exist to restrict the offensive player. You know, there's no hand checking. There's nothing a defender can do anymore to slow down any of these guys on offense. So it's not that like it's the best offense we've ever seen. This is the least contention we've ever seen offenses face. You understand? So that's really what it is. It's a free-for-all at this point. If you can make a bucket, you're going to score. You're going to score a buttload of points because defenses can't touch you. They can't even be close to you. So does that make the best offense? No. I think that makes the easiest the offenses has ever had it. So the numbers better be inflated, or else, like, what the hell are we doing here? But I don't like it. I don't like this. Like, it's not natural. This is not real. It's not authentic. It's not genuine this way. You know, if we still had the old defensive rules and we had teams scoring this much points and we had players scoring 50, 60 points, yeah, man, we'd be all truly blown away. But that's not the case. That's not the game they're playing.
Mission in the NBA at large. And when it comes to NBA stats, looking at players as well as teams, you must need a header or a little asterisk. These stats are post-2015, post the 3-point evolution. As looking at stats this decade, you really can't compare them to any time in NBA history pre-1970. And one thing I do want to point out, why scoring's up, free throws are up, why fans are kind of outraged, is due to flopping, foul baiting, and foul grifting. Right now in 2026, that is the biggest hot button issue and biggest problem with how the game is presented.
Yeah, I want to see fines. The thing is, we're already supposed to get the flopping rule where there were supposed to be fines. I want to see them actually enforce that, okay? Because every time I see something like this, I should know there's a penalty for this. Like, this should be a penalty. If, as a society, outside of the game of basketball, if we cry wolf, okay, now let's just cut down to the bullshit. If we call 911 and claim that there was a crime against us, you know, I don't know, I got beat up, like, because it's the same thing as foul baiting, right? Someone beat me up. We go to court, and I'm trying to like prove that this guy beat me up, and I'm wrong. Well, I lose some money out of that now. I lose some money out of the court fees and all this crap. I think the NBA needs to have some kind of accountability like this as well. If you fake the crime, you have to pay the money, or you get suspended for a day due to time, something like that. Whatever it is, they got to do something, or else there's no reason for the NBA players right now to not continue to flop and foul bait. They have zero incentive to stop. They have every incentive to continue doing this because the NBA rewards this behavior. This has to stop.
As looking at any player, the best player in the world to the worst player, all of them foul grip, foul hunt, and do things in the past eras would not be allowed. It would not be rewarded.
As good as you can play defensively against a hot player that was unstoppable.
Where is the foul?
Dodges, maneuvers, leans, fires.
No, we corrected that rule. You're not allowed to lean into a defender. You can't initiate the contact. Where's the foul?
Hold on.
He fell down.
Brunson. Dotted line, throws it up.
Dude, babies would never learn how to walk if we rewarded them every time they fell down.
And draws the foul.
He's flopping on picks. He's flopping coming off screens. He's flopping when somebody bumps into him on a drive. He's flopping for charges. I think he's the complete package. It was some of the best flopping I've seen.
For a lot of NBA fans who play basketball, have played basketball, they know what a foul is, what a natural movement is. They know how to play the game ethically. Players nowadays do not do that. If you try some of these moves in a pickup game of swiping, bumping, jumping into a guy, and you call a foul for yourself, you get laughed off the court.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's really NBA fans, just basketball players in general, these fouls are not actual fouls on the blacktop or in the rec league.
Yeah, and you know why, Uncut? It's because the players are calling the fouls. There's not an outside source. There's no referees calling the fouls. So everybody knows what a real foul is on the court. You can't pull this crap. Like you said, you'll get laughed off the court or even worse.
But in the NBA, they're rewarded with free throws and more points every single night. That, for a lot of fans, is the biggest problem. We know what basketball is, how it looks, and what we're seeing is not basketball.
I play by the rules. I I'm not a foul baiter.
You lying? Yeah.
I just play by the rules.
All right. Get your message across.
Be disciplined on defense.
One of my biggest pet peeves watching basketball nowadays is a constant whining, complaining to refs and hunting for fouls. And some of these foul calls are so egregious, I just turn the game off, I call it quits. You know how the game's gonna go.
By the way, this is the most annoying thing. We know you didn't get fouled. Everybody knows you didn't get fouled. Now you're gonna act like you're bleeding.
Turn the game off.
He looked, because that's what he's checking to see if he's bleeding. He does this all the time. Look, there's no blood here, bro. Like, but he does this all the time. It's not bad enough you got the call. You tricked the system. But now you're going to pretend like, oh, yeah, I got blood on my head.
I call it quits. You know how the game's going to go. The outcome's not even in question. Because refs that given night are giving the star player every single call. And look at a lot of these guys. They are great players, very, very talented.
How's that
If they wanted to get 30 points, they could do it ethically without foul baiting and all the BS that comes with them. In a lot of ways, these guys hunting for fouls, cutting corners, it hurts them in the long run. As for their legacy, what are they going to be known as? A foul hunter, a foul baiter, a guy who bent the rules in his favor. And that right there is one thing I want to talk about, the rules of the NBA.
Not only that, but in the playoffs, it doesn't fly the same. So, yeah, you can cruise through the regular season and get a bunch of wins this way. I mean, but when the playoffs start, the physicality gets back. They let some of that back in. So you can't get away with just constant flopping. Lakers dealt with that last year. You know, regular season, the refs were all on their side. Playoffs, you can't do that crap in the playoffs. Get the hell out. And look, they were eliminated in the first round because of that.
I look at someone like Brunson. What does he cop out to? Well, you know, the refs, they're going to call it, so I'm going to do it. This statement, I am torn. Because, of course, Brunson, he is right. The refs call it, why not do it?
I agree, Uncut. And I agree. This is where I've been like turning a corner lately, is it's not on the players to enforce the rules. It's on the referees to enforce the rules. So if the referees are enabling you and rewarding you for doing this stupid crap like foul baiting and flopping, then why not do it? Why not do it? Because after a while, as a player, you got to just think like these are the rules. So I might, you know, to Brunson's credit, he probably does feel like he's playing by the rules because this is how the rules are enforced. So it doesn't matter what the rules are on paper. It matters how the rules are being enforced in the game. So I'm kind of with Brunson on this one. I hate to say it. It's terrible for the game, but I can't blame him.
And might agree with that, but it kind of is what it is. In this scenario, the biggest problem isn't someone like Brunson foul baiting. The biggest problem is the NBA, the rules committee, and the refs. As for Adam Silver, he wanted to fix this problem. He could do it in an instant, put his foot down, and change all this.
It's a difference between drawing a foul and then flopping. It's like flopping is like acting like you got hit and you didn't get hit. Yeah. If you got fouled, you got fouled.
Oh, he did that to you before?
I mean, everybody does it.
That's true.
Yep.
So stopping that right there very quickly, when it comes to guys like Luka Doncic, SGA, and Brunson, some of the worst foul baiters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And for their fans, trying to nitpick here and there, you know, who foul baits more, who hunts free throws more, I don't really care. All these guys, in my view, are the exact same player. The only difference is Luka Doncic. He complains more, he's much more vocal to the refs.
He does.
But looking at SGA and Brunson, says that one trait, they're just as bad. On the spectrum of floppage, they're all in the same category.
Yeah, see, I get it. I get why fans don't like the disruption to the flow of the game.
Yeah.
At the same time, for me, when I watch these guys, any of them, like take your pick, I think it's amazing, the art.
Really slim, plus 30 pounds. And he's kind of cool, too. He is cool. He's extra cool when he...
Beautiful.
Gilgeous Alexander, thanks to the seal from Hartenstein, is fouled in the lane by Westbrook.
I mean, he's a little upset he's not getting any calls. Got to be careful.
He's getting a little bit mad. And down goes Jokic. Guarding McBride. McBride trying to get a step. Top shot, no.
Get out of here.
With a rebound, no. Loose ball foul.
I think it's amazing, the art.
Now, to go full circle very quickly, look at the NBA's offensive boom. Right now, NBA teams on average are at 116.5 points per game. That mark is the highest.
Can I do a Gen X thing real quick?
Quickly.
If this is happening with this little contact, you know what we would say back in the 80s and the 90s?
Look at the NBA's
Y'all better lift some weights. You better get stronger, man. Here's some protein. Looks like you've never had any protein, SGA. Let's pump you full of protein and get you in a weight room. That way, little Ant-Man can't shove you across the court with just a tiny forearm.
It's a boom.
Right now,
NBA
happen.
teams on average are at 116.5 points per game. That mark is the highest since 1970 and the highest for the post-merger NBA. And looking at last year, is 113.8. Before that, 114.2. Those marks right there are undoubtedly high. But here's the catch. If you look at postseason scoring versus regular season scoring, there's a big time drop each of the past 2 seasons. Last year, and from 113.8, it dropped by 5 points. The year before that, 114.2, dropped by over 8. So let's think for a second, what does that do to you? Yes, in the playoffs, things get harder, teams are better, stuff like that always happens. But a 5-point drop, 8-point drop in back-to-back years, that's pretty alarming.
Yeah, Uncut, I watched a lot of the playoffs last year. It's all free throws because they're blowing the whistle less in the playoffs.
So what does it actually do to? In my mind, it's quite simple. How the refs call the regular season is completely different than the postseason.
Yep.
And right now, that gap of postseason play, regular season play, it's never been wider. As of course nowadays, the flails, dives, and jumps are called all the time during the regular season. In the playoffs, yes, they're called here and there, but not nearly as much. And last year, fans, what did they love more than anything? The lack of cheap foul calls, rewarding foul grifting in the postseason.
Yep.
So that right there is in the video, and I'll say one last thing. What this all comes back to is NBA leadership, the refs, and Adam Silver, their boss. If he wants to fix the game, he could do it in an instant, snap his fingers, the game is fixed. These cheap foul calls, these flails and flops, if we want to eliminate them, he could do it tomorrow. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Man, if I was commissioner, I would reach out to like probably 10 of us YouTubers and ask to have a meeting. And all of us together with the commissioner just sitting there talking about what our suggestions are. And, you know, to have a really respectful, honest conversation about the game we love and the state it's in and the way to get it out of this condition. I would love to be a part of something like that. Now, Commissioner, since I know that's never going to happen, here's the deal. I've heard you recently say that you are considering changing the game to 40 minutes instead of 48 minutes. Why did you say you want to do that? Because you think the games are running too long. Okay. Now, I know this is business and you want ad revenue. This is where it's all coming in. So here's the deal. Get rid of the tic-tac fouls. Stop it. Get rid of the foul baiting fouls. Get rid of the flopping fouls. Wanna know why? Because that's a stop in action. Not only is it a stop in action, so it's extending the length of the game. Those are not commercial breaks. You're running a business. You want those commercial breaks. I get it. So the biggest thing that's causing the extension of these games is not even bringing you in money. You're not getting ad revenue from that, from all these free throws and tic-tac fouls. So if you really want to solve both problems. One, you'll get the fans back. The fans will love it if we get rid of these BS calls. Let the defense play defense. And two, you'll make more money in less time per game. Why can we see this stuff, but the commissioner can't see it? I just don't get it. Like, with the commissioner, I really, really wonder if he understands basketball at all. He never talks about the game. He only talks about the business. But if you can understand the game and how it impacts the business, I think he'd be much better off. Because maybe he thinks this is good, you know, getting people to score unbelievable amounts per game. But it's actually losing viewership over time, and it's also extending the games, which he doesn't want. That works against him. And it also means you're making less money per minute, per game. You know what I mean? On a business level. So anyways, simple fixes. If you're the commissioner, like for us fans, this seems impossible. Why? Because we know we can't trust the commissioner. But if any of us were the commissioner and we have the power to make these changes, oh my God. One season, we turned the whole thing around. It would be a rough one season because every single couple of days, we'd have to have a meeting with all the referees, watch through film, and be like, nope, you can't call that anymore. You can't call this anymore. Nope. You know, there's a way you're going to call it from now on. It would take a season to retrain everybody. However, the rest would be gravy. So I'd be willing to go through that. But once again, I don't think Adam Silver knows ball. Because if he did, he would be sitting down watching film with the referees and going through what is acceptable and what's not acceptable to call out there. Anyways, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm like a broken record with this one. Guys, go check out Unkut's channel. The link is down below. It's a great video, another great video of his. Like the vid on your way out if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Pray for the NBA's future. And be water, my friends.